Hello everybody. I welcome you all to this class. In this class, I will be discussing Professor A.R. Desai's views on social background of Indian nationalism in a very brief manner. Professor A.R. Desai has adopted Marxist approach for explaining the social background of Indian nationalism. How? What is Marxist approach? Marxist approach is also called dialectical historical approach. What is dialectical approach? Contradiction of opposite element is called dialectical approach. What is historical approach? Historical approach is an approach by which a society's present is analyzed by considering its past, and on the basis of it a prediction is also made about the future. That is called historical approach, or in single sentence I can say historical approach promotes the idea that a country's present is rooted in the past and projected into future. This is historical approach. So Professor A.R. Desai, a professor of Bombay University, has adopted both dialectical historic as well as historical approach for analyzing the social background of Indian nationalism. Apart from that, Marxist approach also gives emphasis on economic determinism. What is that economic determinism? Marxist approach promotes the idea that economy is the substructure, political system is the superstructure. So any change that is brought in economy will definitely bring a change in political system. So you see, in this way Professor Desai has adopted dialectical approach, historical approach as well as economic determinism for the purpose of analyzing the social background of Indian nationalism. How he has done so? You see, Professor A.R. Desai says that Britishers introduced a new type of economy because before the advent of Britishers, Indian economy was basically an agriculture centric economy. Agriculture was the backbone of India's economy. So what did Britishers do? Britishers introduced industrial economy in India. So while industrial economy was introduced in India, because of it political unification of the country took place. How? For example, you see, during British regime, many material factors and forces were introduced into our country. For example, Britishers introduced railway system, they introduced postal system, they introduced telegraph system. So while this type of development took place in material sphere of our society, eventually it contributed for unifying the thought or idea of the people in the society. So idea comes, an advanced idea comes out of advanced matter, because Britishers introduced advanced material condition in this country. That's the reason the feeling of political unity brought to the mind of Indians during the British colonial regime. Apart from that, how Professor Desai has adopted dialectical materialistic approach, dialectical historical approach, you see, actually Indian interest and British interest, they are opposite to each other, antagonistic or hostile to each other. So nationalism in India grew or developed among the Indians because of the conflict of interest between Indians and Britishers. How? Because Britishers wanted to extract as much resources, as much profit from Indian soil as possible. On the contrary, Indians did not like that their resources will be taken away from India, their raw material will be taken away from India, and it will be sent to Britain, and in Britain it will be converted into finished good through the factories. So as this type of conflict of interest grew between Indians and the Britishers, eventually it contributed for the growth of nationalistic thought and feeling among the Indians. This is all about Professor Desai's views on social background of Indian nationalism. In a nutshell, I discussed it. Thank you.